Hey there, this is Sandy. I'm back at the Babylock Solaris and I'm continuing my journey to work on some IQ designer stuff. I'm working on a gift for my granddaughter and been working couple hours on this, trying to see if I can get it to work with the scanner. She had drawn me this cute little picture, and that's me. And I wanted to see if the machine would scan it in and create a embroidery design. So there's three different ways to scan when you're using the scanner board or a hoop, and I've tried all three. Well, the first one I didn't really try because it's not really meant for this type of drawing, and it's to trace a background image. So I'll just get in there and show you what I mean. IQ Designer, and then I'm going to do this scan button. So you got three options. Image scan, which is the scanning to trace the background. So if you have your favorite pattern or drawing, you can it can be easily traced as a scanned background image. So if you have a drawing that you like and you want to scan it in the machine and stitch it out, you can scan it on this board and then I think as a background, and then you can add to it. The way they showed it was you see that picture there where they scanned in a circle, it looks like, and then somebody drew those leaves on the circle. So that was, I'm thinking, not the way I want to go. So the next one is the line drawing, which is the one I've been working with. But before I go there, I'll tell you that I did try to do the illustration design, and it really means what it says. When you're using that feature, the thing to remember is it's to be used with patterns that are clearly drawn with no gradation, fading, or blurriness. I learned that the hard way because I did think, oh, it's an illustration. It should be able to scan this and create a design. Look at all the gradation. It's not even. It's a beautiful picture, but it's not meant for illustration design scanning. So then I tried the line design scanning a couple times, and I'm learning through trial and error on all this. And I didn't think of recording this part because it's so much trial and error that I was here for hours. So I really want to see if I can do this. I'm actually about to just give up, but I thought I would try and show you what I'm working on right now. I'm going to say we're going to before I tell you this, in order for me to scan this, because also in the line design scan, you have to make sure that what does it say? Line drawings must be drawn clearly using lines with appropriately 1 millimeter thickness. Should be drawn in strong contrast. So what I did was I took this picture and I scanned it in my printer, and then I used markers to color it in a little more. I didn't want to change the integrity of the picture, but to get this on a sweatshirt, that's my goal, is to eventually shrink it down to this size and stitch it out for a sweatshirt. I have to get the coloring better, like more even, and then I put an outline. So that's what I did. And it's not too different. I just wanted to see if I could do it. So once I did that, then I put it in the machine and scanned it. I did the line drawing scanning, and I just did it using this feature scan because I'm not using any of these. I'm not pulling it from Wi-Fi or any of these other options, the USB 1, 2, SD card, or Wi-Fi. So I'm just going to say scan, and actually it will scan. It'll go like 4 times and then it'll show that image on the screen. I'll do it for you because I've done this several times tonight, and I don't really need this one because my image is already scanned, so I probably would just pull up that feature, but this is how you would scan it in. I would just not even go through scanning because I already did this. But this is the steps I took to get it into the machine and start to work with the machine so that I could convert it to an embroidery design. And I think doing this is it's not the ideal picture to use after my several tries to try and get it to stitch out, but I have worked a long time on it. And see, as you see, you shrink this up using the arrows, and then I got to get rid of that part there because I don't want that to show up. So you use these arrow buttons, and it's moving kind of slow, and I don't know why it's so slow, but it is. Down here, you move this one. You just want to get your picture. Okay. Now, the gray detection level, what I learned from that is that it's going to pick up the grayer or the lighter that you make it, the more it's going to pick up. And so I decided about here is where I wanted it to detect the picture and the outline. The more I went this way, it didn't work out. The more lighter, the more lighter I went, it picked up all the little tic-tac marks, all the little problems with the design. It didn't pick up the whole outline. And what I'm trying to do is get the outline as good as I can so I can fill it in with stitches over in IQ Designer. The more I went this way, the outline started to disappear. So I figured when through my trial and error, I would leave it there. Then there's here. I think what I should have done, I left it like this, and I probably should have done it like this, the line property, because now the outline will be just a double stitch, or either one or multiple rows of stitching. But I'm just going to do it the way I did it when I put it through the last time, so I'll just leave it the way it is, and the outline will be in black. So now, see, as you can see, you can kind of see the outline of the design, and the more I change the grayscale, you'll see. Retry, and you'll see the outline gets a lot messier. And if I go the other way too much and retry, you can't see all of, sometimes it takes away the line, like right here and down here. So I think what I found was about there was, or was it here? Might have been this one. Scanning a little bit different this time. I think this is what I went with. It was either this one or this one. I think I like that one, and I just erased the lines. So I press set, and now here is the image in IQ Designer. So this is what I work with. See that? To work with all of the the line properties and the fill properties to get this colored in. Just so. I worked for hours doing that, because if you look at this, look at all this, how it was this is 1600 blowing it up that much. Look at all these extra squiggly lines. That's all stitching. And look at how it brought in the outline around the belt. So I had to do a lot of cleanup. I had to go in there and do some erasing, you know, and you can work on changing the size of the eraser. Once I got things just so I could use the fill bucket and paint the picture, but like this is supposed to be a butterfly, and it was all open. So then I would have to use let's say like this button here, key or icon, and then close this box here, you know, and close it here. Whoops, draw it straight. I'm going to make it bigger because I do not like how I'm drawing. This is the pan button. I bring this down. Okay, so if I draw this again, so you have to close it in order to use the fill. And in this picture that she drew, it's black. So I picked black. I picked the paint can, and that's how you get it to fill. But look at all this open area. So I could go in here and do all of that, but what I had to do was erase it and then fill it again. So I won't go through all of that with you because it involved a lot of time and trial and error, but I used this eraser button a lot. I used the fill button. I used the line properties. It's like this was a good problem challenge for me to work on to try and get this set for my granddaughter. Once I had everything colored in, then I shrunk the size. But I'm not going to show you everything I did since that took hours. So I'm just going to go, let's see here. I'm just going to go out of this and start like from where I left off. IQ Designer, going to the storage pocket, memory pocket. And this is where I left off. So I'm going to make this guy bigger. See, she turned out pretty good. But look at, if you look closely, I still have a lot of work to do. So I could give up. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm close. I think I'm going to keep trying to work on this because I think I'm close. But we'll see. I'm going to start by erasing. This eraser is way too big. I figured I could share some things with you just by going through this process of showing you what I'm doing. So this is what I did. I'm trying not to erase the lines that, well, I probably could erase this and redraw that. So see how I'm erasing? Now, if I go in here and pick that color, I think it's that color. Oh, it might not be. That looks darker. And then I can use this paint can and put it in there. See? Now, I won't redraw that line yet because I'm still going to erase these little bits of black that, and then I can go back here, use the paint can, and put it in there. So now I'm going to use this pan button, checking to make sure you can see what I'm doing. See, there's still more over here that looks weird. So I'm going to do this. Erase, erase, erase. It's out. Ah! I don't want to erase too much because that way, if I wanted to change the shoes, I could do that without changing. Because if you accidentally erase too much, you open it up and then the blue could pour into the shoe. So I'm going to make this a little bigger even. And it looks like I need to pan over and just check things. So I will get rid of this little dot, because if I don't, I think it will sew something there. Like it'll act like an embroidered spot. Okay, so I'll press OK and pour that in there. So that looks okay, I think. Okay, so now this is all stuff that needs to be fixed. Okay, if I press OK, let's see if I'm doing okay. So far, so good. See that little dot there? I don't like that either. Now I can press OK, and I'm going to look for that brown. Which brown was it? Oh, I don't remember which brown that was. I think it was that one. Nope. It's a darker brown. Was it that one? Paint can. There we go. Okay, so now let's just look more. There's a little white spot. See, I think if I don't erase this and redraw it, it's gonna stitch it like a little stop along the way, you know, when it's doing the embroidering. And let's see. Now I gotta fix this belt, so I'm gonna use the eraser. Try to make the belt look halfway decent. Erase. Now Let's see if I can do the blue again. Is it this one? No. Can't remember. I've been doing this for so long, I can't remember the colors I used. Paint can. There we go. All right, so there. Hopefully I fixed the bottom part of the belt. So now let's go out and pan over. And let me do some erasing here, because otherwise those will stitch out. Pink. Selecting the pink paint can, fill it in. Okay, so now I'm going to erase. I'm going to try and make this even. Darn it. Trying to figure out what's the easiest way to do this. Make it bigger. Nope, I erased that little spot there, and that will make the whole side of this open up. Let's see how this works. I don't really like that or that, so let me just change my mind. What if I did black and I did the paintbrush? Oh boy, I have to change that one. That one's under here when you're using the color. Okay, the paintbrush is still highlighted. This is fill properties, and that's why that paintbrush was bigger. The paintbrush is actually ugh, don't like that. Okay, now let's go out a little. See that? It looks like a strawberry to me in the picture too, but it's a butterfly. So I'm going to make that a little better. Okay, so let's do this, but let's even make it smaller. Because I'm using the paintbrush. I think I can do this. And then I think that's the outline, but I am not sure. Oh wait. Yeah, because this is all feed. Okay, so let's just undo this. Okay, I'm gonna make it smaller even. Let's see if that helps me with precision. I'm trying to get, I think that the gray, that must be like the outline. I'm just trying to get rid of some of this noise. It's like too much. And then that's it for that. So let's see how that looks. Oh, I have to make some circles. So I'm going to pull from the shapes. I'm going to press OK. And I got to size it down. Way big, you can't even see it. But this is how I fixed, because they disappeared off of the butterfly. Oops, I need to make it larger. Where did it go? There it is. So here it is right here. I'm going to make it smaller. 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 Okay, now I'm going to use the OK and then this copy here. Copy. Copy. I'm going to move that up and copy it again. Move it over. I'm putting the polka dots back. Copy. And maybe one more. And now I'll do it again. And I just, oops. I think I gotta move them as they're highlighted. Ah, undo. More copying. One more. Okay, so that's that. And now I'm going to fill them in with black, but I have to make it bigger so I can see them better. So I got to pan over. And then I'm going to fill with the paint bucket. Just do them one at a time. So I'm hoping after all of this, I will have something that looks decent. Okay. This black and the gray, I think the gray might be like the outline stitch and then the black goes over it. So I think that might be messed up and I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it. Okay, so I think things look better panning and using this a lot, making things bigger and smaller, and the panning helps. See how this is messed up? Let's see if we can fix that. All right, I'm going to use the little eraser. Okay, now press OK. And then this, I think I'm going to use this. I'm going to press OK. Okay. And then I think I can use the little eraser to get rid of this little part here. Okay. And then I need to find that color so I can fill it in. The pink. Okay. The bucket. Filled that in. And now this arm needs to be filled in. The bucket's lit. There. So let's see how that looks. That's better. So I think at this point I'm going to press memory and save it again. Then go next. And I'm going to leave all these. This is like density, and I don't think I need to worry about that. But let's see what that looks like. If I make it larger, I want to see how it's stitching out. Look at those eyes. I don't like the fact that it's... Okay, let's close this and return. Now let's go back to this and press OK. I'm just putting a straight stitch on. And I think I can paint a straight stitch on this eye and this eye. Let's see how that looks. This is how I was able to tell if it looked messed up, because some things you don't want a satin stitch, and I couldn't tell when it was being pulled in easily because I'm new to this. See, that fixed the eyes, but look at this part. It's kind of messed up. This part's, it's okay, I think, because let's play it out just to see. I'm pressing this. I pressed the enlarge button and this button to play it, and then this one will let you go 1, 2, or 3 times fast, and then you press play. Shows you how it stitches out. Hair first, the face, around the eyes. Oh boy. Arms. It's kind of odd the way it's stitching out. I don't know how the order is decided. Putting the dots on before the color, so that's kind of odd. And then doing the butterfly color. Might just be the way it's scanned in, the way it decided to digitize it. Now, here it's not looking too bad, right? But wait till this next part happens. It's doing the outline. So I might have to go back and change some of these. I'm thinking maybe I should change the face to be a, maybe I'll change the face and the butterfly, because the butterfly is turning out to be kind of okay. I might have to put more black in the middle, but it's not bad in this eyeball. Okay, so I got to change these to straight stitches. The face a straight stitch. So let's close and return. And let's make it bigger. Let's see if we can make this paintbrushes on the face. I'm touching this line. So now that should be better. And I'm going to blow this up big because the eye is somewhat messed up. See here? Eraser. Really small. Okay. I think I might erase and then go okay, and then I'm filling in the part I erased. Then this is a black straight line, and I'm going to draw the eyelash. I think it might be worth redrawing all of those. This is the kind of stuff I've been doing while I play around with this picture. To try and get it to stitch out. Okay. This is just a funny little thing you got to do if you really want something bad enough. Okay. So press OK. See if I can do this. Wow. All these little spots. Okay, now I will do the eyelashes. Okay, let's see how that looks compared to the other one. It's pretty similar. One more line. Nope. There. Okay, so now I just want this line to be the straight stitch for the nose. So I'm going to do the paint bucket and touch the nose and the mouth, eyes. I think it's already figured out. Where else was it big? Over by the butterfly. I might be stuck with the butterfly. Oh, I think I'm just going to leave that. And let's just see how it looks. I'm going to do memory again. This is what I guess you got to do when you're trying to do something like this. So here's... Okay. I'm going to press this play button where I want to see how it's going to stitch out. I'm going to enlarge it. So now we see we have straight stitches, straight stitching. This is zigzag, I think. I could change that to zigzag if it looks pretty bad. I might go back, close that, enlarge it. See, this is how it's showing me. This first color is the tan, and it's the seed, that back and forth stitching. The next color is the eye, seeding. The next is like the eyeball, or the eyeball around the pupil. And then the pupil, or that could have been something else that jumped off. This is more eye work, eye work, eye work, eye work, eye work, face. I'm not sure where it went. Yeah, it's over here. Okay, so I'm going to return. And then I think I'm going to blow this up to 400 and pan over. I think I want to just try and see what this looks like. So this is the single stitch. It's the line properties. And I'm turning it on here. Because I think all of these were doing zigzags. Maybe that's why it looked weird. And I could go back and just do the zigzag. There's no way to control like the size of the zigzag here though. There. Okay. Let me see if I can do this one more single. What if I did, can I do that in the middle? Okay. Memory. Okay, wait. Cancel. I already have it sized. So now I think I can do memory. And let's just see how it looks. Next, I'm going to go to this button here. Icon. The embroidery. Large. So now we see how it looks. It looks a little better. I'm going to press that and play and see what happens. See if I like it any better. So even though you missed out on how I got to this far, you've seen what I've been doing all this time to try and make the picture look clean so that it could stitch out. It looks like it's stitching out kind of normal. See, I think that first line of stitching I might have put zigzag, and it should have been a straight stitch because it comes back at the end, and I think it does a satin stitch over there too, but we'll see because I tried to change it. There's the feet. I thought I took the stitching off the hair, but because I didn't touch that spot up here, the hair is probably going to be funny. Oh no, there, it's finishing it off. See, it's going over this again. It's just kind of weird how it's stitching out. So it's done. Now, the question is, does it look like that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's good enough. I don't really like, okay, it looks like I missed one of the panning. But I think you get the idea as far as this is the straight. So if I already did it, it should beep at me. Yeah. So I hit the one that was good. Like, I just want to try some things. I know this is overkill, but it's kind of hard to see. Like what it's doing when I'm pressing because of the way it's scanned in. Whoops. So it's a cute picture. Let's see. If I turned off this line, oops, that's why it's beeping, because I'm trying to get it to, okay, I'm trying to get it to not put that stitch on the arms and the face. Let's see what happens. You can always see how it stitches out over here before you actually stitch it out. So this is what you need to do, I guess, if you ever want to do something like this. I took that stitching off of the, maybe I should take it off of here too. I thought I did it over here. Well, let's see what we need to do that. So I did that. I've got it already in the bucket. Use the line properties bucket. Because this was drawn, okay. I just want to see what it does. It should take off some of that heavy duties satin stitching. It did take off some of it. So we don't have it. Oh, okay, we could go back and do the heart. Okay, we've got this lined up. Now we can press this. I can delete these things from memory later. And I can take a break tonight and work on it more tomorrow if I think it's good enough. So here we took off some of the stitching in the heart. So now I press this button to play. This is giving me the hoop. This is going to be if I want to play, and I'll do that. And I can make it go 2 times faster, 3 times faster. But it's kind of nice to go a little slow so you can see how it's stitching things out. So I think that looks a lot better. It's not exactly the same, but it's cute. And I'm really happy that I got this far on it. I might go back. I know this is overkill, but I might go back and put because it looks like the little butterfly markings didn't show up. So I might go back and do that. I don't know. Does this look like there's enough hair there? That's the question. But I don't have that much hair. So I think the butterfly looks better. I think the eyes look better. I think it looks better. So I think I'm okay. Now I can go. It's already in memory, so I can get out of here. And I can go into IQ Designer. I can go to the memory pocket and see how many I put in here. Delete. It's always saving the last one. Delete all of these. So I'm going to, nope, cancel this. I am going to play with this one. So that's the last thing I'll do, I think, is see how it's showing there, but then it disappears. So it looks like it's just not thick enough or something. So maybe if I use the drawing thing. Okay, so this was drawing with the I want to get rid of that stitch. Oops. Okay. Black paintbrush is right there. I guess the paintbrush has got to be that one because it's filling that little dot. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Okay. I think I might have to erase this. Back to 20. I'm going to shrink it down because I went out and went back in. Okay, now I got to do this fill again. The bucket. Okay, now I think this is the one. This is the straight stitch. That's the satin stitch. So I should be able to press that, and I think I already did. I'm just trying to make sure that all of this whole line is the straight stitch. Did it do it, or did I erase it? Okay, I'll go a little bigger. Pan over. Now, in order for me to there. Okay, and then the black. Okay, so let's see. I think that might do it, but whoopsie, getting lazy. Memory. Next. Going to this embroidery icon. Large. So, I mean, that's a little better, the little part of the butterfly. It needs a little thing at the top though. But it looks better to me. Am I being too much of a perfectionist? Well, it's interesting because I wonder if I need to do like a little circle. Okay, now I'm going to size it down. probably could have done this another way, but I'm getting a little tired, so. Okay. Well, this is what I caught out of the side of my, okay, so this is the arm, the area between the arm. So that should be okay. I'm going to do memory one more time. Next. Then I'm going to give up for a while. But hopefully I shared something that's useful to you. You just have to play with it. See, there's the little circle I put in there. And let's just see how it plays out. Play. We're missing this little line there. That's the only thing. I forgot to put it back when I was erasing. So let's just fix that. That's an easy fix. Okay. Make it smaller. Memory. Next. So it did not take, even though this video is 46 minutes long, probably took me 3 hours to get here. See there, I put the thing on the pants. So I can go next, press OK, and here we are in the embroidery screen. It says it's 3.15 by 3.01, so that will fit right in my, if I want to check it here, I can do the same thing as I did over there. Now this machine, this is what you have to go through to get a scanned illustration into the machine so that you can digitize it in IQ Designer. So just to review, I started off with this picture from my granddaughter. Didn't work under the illustration type of scan, through lots of trial and error. After I did the first one, then I decided to copy her, scan her image on my computer, on my printer, and then after it printed out, I colored it in a little bit more even, and then added some outline as the best I could without changing the integrity of her beautiful drawing. And then I scanned it in. I tried doing the line drawing a couple different ways depending on the gradient scale. I wanted to make sure I picked up enough of an outline so that I could, you know, use those fill buttons to fill in her face with you know, the tan color and her little shirt, the little pants, the heart, all of those. I had to make sure the space in the outline around, like her hair, was tight and closed so that when I filled that area, it filled just that area, not outside of that picture. At one point I had, you know, when I was trying to fill the face, no, it was the hair. There was just a little portion open at the end of the picture, the illustration. It wasn't closed on the picture. It was like right in there or right in there. And when I touched it to fill that hair, it filled the butterfly. So it's got to be completely closed. So I had to go through a lot of erasing to get rid of the grid lines or whatever you call it, the grayscale stuff that got scanned in, because I had to find a happy medium with that grayscale. And once I did, I realized I had to use that eraser to erase all those little black marks so that they wouldn't show up on my beautiful stitch out. So now I'll stitch that embroidery design out on here and see if I like it to put it on her sweatshirt. She drew this. We like to do crafts together, and I thought it would be fun to put that picture on top of her sweatshirt. So tomorrow I'll stitch it out and we'll see how it looks. But for now, that's all I'm going to cover because that's enough. So it looks like if I go into embroidery, it only takes 16 minutes. Oh gosh, should we just do it? I might as well just do it. Sorry. Let's just do it. Oh, change to a larger embroidery frame? Okay, why? Because it's 3 by 3 and this is... Huh. All right, well, let's see. This is a 4 by 4 frame, so I don't know why it's asking for a larger frame. I do have one ready, though. It will move. Okay. All right, so it wants some... I didn't even pick out threads, but I can do that easy. All right, so what color is my hair? This will be very interesting to see how it works from beginning to end. I really didn't think this was going to work out. Okay, so it's going to stitch out the hair. Hopefully somebody enjoyed this. Okay, the next one is 591 and 101. Pink? You know 101 is that light pink. That's my hair. This is the arms. I don't know if I have you close enough. I want you to see both. If you can zoom in. Okay. Will she know this is the drawing that she drew? That's the question. Will she remember? Okay. Again, this is face and arms. This is my first roll, really like scan, digitize thing. So this one only takes 4 minutes. Okay, 101, but I gotta get the black and some orange for the butterfly. Pink. Blue. Lots of pretty colors. 562. That's probably the shoes. Yeah. Okay. I think we're set. Well, you see the picture there, and those are all the thread color changes. So I'll just move you over there. That's more interesting, probably. I think what's throwing me off is the color, the face color. It was so dark. It's probably the only color she had in the marker bin. It'll be really interesting to see if this stitches out as nicely as the picture showed it. So back to this machine. This is the kind of thing I guess you got to go through to get an image like this scanned in and digitized. And the new machine, the Radiance, you can just scan it in, and it's much better at digitizing. It's like an automatic. It will convert what you, even a photo of something, into the picture, and then from that it will allow you to change the style of that picture so that you could, if you say, if I wanted to, I had a picture of myself, I could scan that into that machine and it would digitize it, and then it would allow me to like go to Art Deco kind of colors, all different kind of color schemes and looks. Really a cool machine. I just cannot afford it right now. It took me forever to get this one, but if I could, I would. I'm wondering if this 101 color is the eyes. It is. It's the eyes. I'm wondering if this is going to look all right. Well, I'm going to trust this, what it picked out. But pink eyes? I think I'm going to use white. Sometimes this, it picks pink, that 101 pink, when I think it should be picking white. So I'm going to do that because I could barely see that it was actually the whites of the eyes. And now that I see that, I'm changing it. And I should get this thread clipped. It's kind of helping me too to understand the IQ designer process when you go through that whole process of trying to get, you know, decide on where you want, what you want included in the picture, what's scanned in, what shouldn't have scanned in, what colors you want, what kind of stitch you want for the color that you're putting in there. And then you kind of can see what's going on the screen, but until you stitch it out, and like I was showing you, replaying it over and over to see what you're doing helps. It helped me. I'm no expert, and it will take me many more tries to understand the process, this whole IQ designer process. So now we're doing black for the eyes. Hopefully I'm not getting too loopy for you guys. It's been here a long time working on this. And yeah, even the eyes in the picture that she drew was wonderful, and I never give it up. I have it in my craft room on the wall. Oh boy. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the stamped part around it. I had done this once before, Oops. And I did it in a previous video that I ended up deleting. And then when I did it this time, I forgot. Let's see here. Well, I'll figure that part out later. I might have to stitch it out again because I really wanted to do the patch. Use the patch feature of this machine. Don't get that now. It'll get stitched into the orange. Sorry. As if this hasn't gone long enough. And then the next color will be the orange for the butterfly and fill. I'm going to get that loaded. Actually, you know what? It already did. Okay, I have to let it do this. Somehow it got those little marks, the little circles that I put in there underneath. I don't know how because they're on top too. I'll have to check that. Because it's doing all those little dots. And I think it also does that at the end. I could also change, no, I can't change the order. I could change the order because it's just showing on top of, if I put the black at the end, I could do that. So I guess that's the one thing I did wrong, is somehow those little circle dots are on the bottom and the top. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but I can go back and look at it. Don't want to watch this part, don't. I'm just continuing the film as long as I thought it would take a lot longer to stitch out. Okay, so that heart, yeah, I think if I stitch this out again, I'm going to change this color, this 3 minutes of stitching, to be at the end, because that heart should have been under the t-shirt that she's wearing. But that's okay. I'm going to make a note to do that. And I can do that in embroidery. I think I have to do that in embroidery. I don't think I can do that in the... It's also doing the belt first. Well, we'll just see what it does. It's doing all the dots now. So I'm going to move the 3 minute black to the end, and then it should stitch out fine, I think. It even stitched out that little dot that I put there at the top of that butterfly. And here's the belt. Interesting. Well, you learn. Probably going to trim all those little dots because it didn't trim the threads right. I think my machine just went for service. I think it still needs to have a sharpening of the side cutter on the bobbin and on the top. Get rid of this black one. Okay, it's ready to do this butterfly, and I should trim that a little better. That's better. And it's probably going to show. Oh, I don't know, this machine is not behaving lately. I love the machine, but we're not getting along. Is it going around? It's trying to go around the dots. That's kind of weird. I don't know, maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. 214. Still kind of cute. I mean, it's not bad for a rookie. Oh, it's like green. Basil. What's the green? I don't know. Yeah, okay, so, you know, sometimes I don't understand how it stitches out. I watched it stitched out on the screen, and it's filling in these dots that were missing from the scan. So I added the circles, and I filled them in with black. And when it did it, it put the orange, it's the orange stitching around it, so it knows they're there. You know, I2 designer, let me know if you know any of these answers. But I am on 562, and what is that? I have no idea. It's just trying to stitch a little dot. 562, and it doesn't even look like anything, so I'm going to skip that color because it could be just a dot that shouldn't be there. I'm going to press down and go to the next color. So it's the pink. Yay! I'm so excited to see a little shirt get stitched out. Doesn't take much. I have no idea what time it is. I totally lost track of time. Okay, here we go, little girl. Here comes your shirt. Is she coming to life? Only 1 minute stitch out. Should be fast. We only have 6 minutes together, all together, left. I think this is going to turn out good. It's whether or not I think it looks close enough. I think when it puts the eye outline around with the eyelashes, that will help. And the nose and the mouth, then I'll know better. Not bad for my first time major scan experience. I hadn't done this kind of scanning forever. And it looks like it is going right over the dot it sewed there. There it did not know it was there. Blue. Okay. It's falling below the... I'm sorry this is one is going so long, but if you're anxious to not watch, then just fast forward. So this is the pants. Okay. Okay, ready, set, go. Like I said, I don't usually go in there and trim until the end, but I'm a little bit getting tired after about 4 hours of working on this. And I kind of expected it would be like this because I've never done this before. So next we do, after the pants, the shoes. What do you think? It wants me to put it in green, but I think I'm going to use the brown. I'm going to get that brown. It's closer to what she used. And here's the black, or I'm sorry, the brown for the shoes. And then black, and that's it. So it took me 4 hours to figure this out, and it was 20 minutes to stitch. But that includes the stitching, I think. Sorry if I'm in your way. Just trying to get the thread ready. A lot nicer than I thought it would. Amazing that it looks so good. And the last color, where it comes to life. Definitely have to have more experience with, you know, using the satin stitch. With the picture, it's so small. I don't think you can use it at, like, not with something so small. Kind of fun to see the lines that I drew stitching out. Now it's the eyelashes. Hopefully these stitch out okay. The eyes and the eyelashes. There's one. Well, the arm looks kind of like it's not behind the body, but I guess it looks like it could be. But it was supposed to have a little open space there. There's the little nose. This is the part that was hard to see around the heart. I think these were the lines that I drew in, and somehow I gotta learn how to, I guess, do that differently. This is the mouth, and then the rest is just the rest of that little butterfly, which looks more like a heart on the front of her shirt. And it looks like it's, I mean, according to the picture, it looks like it's going to go over those dots again. Well, I guess I could stop it here, but I kind of like the fact that it's going to do that. One more minute, even though it's going through all these little circles that I added. Just almost done. And then I will compare the pictures, the picture to the I don't see thread. Is there thread in there? No. Why are you still stitching and there's no thread? It's like the thread broke or something, unless I'm blind. Okay. Let's trim. Okay. Yeah, I think these are all the little lines that I drew. It's interesting how it's stitching those out. I don't think it really needs to. Yeah, like that is a zigzag stitch that it was probably a dot that I didn't remove. And it is done, so let's move us back. Okay, sorry, I lost my camera for a minute there. I'm gonna move you back. Okay, so here's the picture. Can you see that? And it didn't turn out too bad considering it's my first time, and I mean, it was a really big project for such a little design. I totally appreciate digitizers, but it's cute. It's very cute. What do you think? Should I use it? Let me know what you think. If you like what I'm doing, leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. Thank you. Sorry it was so long. Enjoy your day or night. Bye.